Happy day, students. Dear students, before starting the poem, I want to give you the central idea of the poem. The poem, How to Tell Wild Animals, revolves around the individual identities of various wild animals. These identities are wild in the sense that these wild animals hunt other animals in a dangerous manner. These revelations of these wild animals' hunting ways are described humorously, that is, in a very funny way. We come to know how these wild animals behave with their individual features. The poem educates the readers about these wild animals. Let us know about the poet. Carolyn Wells was an American writer who was famous for books based on mystery. Introduction of the poem. In the poem, the poet has explained the characteristics of various wild animals in a very funny way. She has used language in a way that it generates humor. She is introducing the reader to various kinds of wild animals like Asian lion, Bengal tiger, bear, etc., explaining each of the animals in a very humorous way. Poem and its explanation. First we look at the stanza 1. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So the difficult word over here is the word tawny, which means yellowish brown color. Explanation of stanza 1. The poet is telling the readers that how they can recognize various animals in the jungles of the east. So in first stanza, she says that if the reader comes across an animal whose skin is yellowish brown in color, and if it roars at him so strongly that it can die out of fear, it means that he has encountered an Asian lion. She has humorously explained the Asian lion which could kill a person with its roar. Literary devices used in stanza 1. We have rhyme scheme. We have AB, AB, CC. That means last word of each line is rhyming. So chance is rhyming with the third line last word advance. East, which is the second line last word, it is rhyming with the fourth line last word beast. Then we have enjambment, that is continuation of a sentence to the next line. Just see here the example, and if there tawny beast. So that means it's a continuation of the line. Inversion, change the format of a sentence. So here the poet has changed the format of the sentence. If there should to you advance. Assonance, use of vowel sound O. You should go, you should to you roars. So O sound is here, vowel sound. Allusion, reference to a famous thing, place, species of animal, etc. Here which example the poet has taken, that is Asian lion. Stanza 2. Or if sometime when roaming round a noble wild beast greets you with its black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Here the difficult words are noble. We have the meaning here, high-born or aristocratic. Discern means recognize. Explanation of stanza 2. She explains an animal that roams in the jungle and belongs to a royal clan. The color of its skin is yellowish with black stripes. She says that if you notice that he kills you and eats you up, then this means that you have surely seen a Bengal tiger. This time Also, she has used a dark humor to explain how a tiger looks like, because once a person has been eaten up by a wild animal, there is no use in determining which wild animal it is. Literary device used in stanza 2, we have rhyme scheme, ABABCC, alliteration, repetition of a consonant sound R, inversion, change in the format of a sentence. Here we have the Bengal tiger. This line we have the inversion, allusion, reference to a famous thing, place, species or animal, etc. We have here the poet has used the reference of Bengal tiger. We have assonance, that means use of vowel sound O, like in the word like roaming round. Stanza 3. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain. He will only leap and leap again. Explanation of stanza 3. The poet says that if you are casually walking in a jungle, you will meet an animal who has a skin with spots on it. This animal is so fast that it will leap on you at once, which means that it will jump on you. This jumping is an indication that it is none other than the leopard. Moreover, she adds that if you will cry out in pain, it is not going to be of any use, as it will keep on jumping on you. So in this stanza, the poet has explained the characteristic of a leopard. Literary devices used in stanza 3. Rhyme scheme, we have ABABCC. Just see the rhyming words over here. Alliteration, use of the consonant sound her, like he has. Poetic license. Now children, what is poetic license? A liberty to the poet to change the spellings in order to create a rhyme or a rhythm in the poem. Understood? What is? Just listen to me again. A liberty to the poet to change the spellings in order to create rhyme or rhythm in a poem. Like here in this stanza, the poet has used the word leapt instead of the spelling L-E-A-P-T. He has used L-E-P-T. So repetition of leapt word in the last line. We have the another figure of speech here is repetition. Assonance, use of vowel sound O, like in strolling, forth, you, whose, spot, do no good, to, roar. Consonants, use of L sound, he'll only leap. Stanza 4. If you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very hard. Be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just once more cares. Here the difficult words are yard, a backyard or the lawn area of a house. Cares means a gentle touch. Explanation of stanza 4. If you are walking in the lawn area of your house and you meet a creature which hugs you tightly, it is a bear. She further adds that if you are still in a doubt regarding the animal, the easiest way is that he will keep hugging and touching you very gently. This act of his will make you sure about its identity. You will come to know that it is a bear. Literary devices used in stanza 4. We have rhyme scheme ABABCC. See the rhyme words over here. Yard, hard, there, bear, guess, cares. Enjambment, Again, it's a continuation of a sentence to the next line. Just see the line over here. If you were walking, creature there. We have alliteration of the word, of the sound, were. Use of her sound, who hugs. Use of bur sound, be, bear. Assonance, use of vowel, e, meet a creature there. Stanza 5. Though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Now just see the difficult words. Distinguish means differentiate. Beast of prey means any animals that hunts other animals for food. Novice, someone new to a job. Nonplus means be confused. Explanation of stanza 5. The poet says that for someone who is new to the job of recognizing animals, it will be like a puzzle to recognize animals that hunt other animals for their food. So here the poet tries to help out the readers by telling the difference between two animals. He says that hyenas will be smiling, whereas if it is a crocodile, it is always in tears. Both of these animals are dangerous. Literary devices used in stanza 5. We have rhyme scheme AB, AB, CC. See the rhyming word prey, may, nonplus, thus, smiles, crocodiles. Alliteration, use of consonant sound n. Then use of the sound. The, thus, n sound we have novice, nonplus. Enjambment, continuation again in the sentence to the next line. See the line, though to distinguish might nonplus, the crocodiles to the hyenas thus. Stanza 6. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. Explanation of stanza 6. The poet says that the next is chameleon, which is a small creature. It looks like a lizard, but the difference between the two is that chameleon does not have ears and wings. Moreover, she says that chameleon has the ability to change its color according to the surface on which it is sitting. Therefore, if you see a tree and find nothing else on it, then it must be a chameleon sitting on it. It has changed its color into the color of tree. Literary device used in stanza 6. We have rhyme scheme again AB, AB, CC. See the rhyming words like small, all, thing, wing, tree, see. Alliteration, use of her sound like he, hasn't. Consonants, use of g sound, single, wing. Thank you students. Hope you have understood the poem.